All right, so today we're diving into something pretty amazing. We're going to be looking at how AI is being used to spread kindness and support. You guys send in some incredible articles about this, and I got to say they're truly inspiring. We're going to uncover the human stories behind these technologies and see just how powerful AI can be when it's used for good.
Yeah, it's really remarkable to see how AI is evolving. Beyond just automation and efficiency, we're now seeing it being used to address some of the most pressing human needs in ways we could have never imagined.
Absolutely. So let's jump right into our first story. Remember that devastating earthquake in Indonesia? Every second mattered for those rescue efforts. And that's where RescueNet came in. We're talking satellite imagery, social media analysis, even data from smart devices, all working together to create a real-time map of the disaster zone.
RescueNet was absolutely crucial in those first few days after the earthquake. It actually helped pinpoint the location of a group of hikers who were trapped under a landslide. They had no cell service. But RescueNet was able to identify their last known location based on data from their fitness trackers.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, the rescue teams were able to reach them in time, all thanks to that information.
It's like RescueNet acted as a lifeline, connecting those hikers to the help they desperately needed. And it wasn't just about finding people. RescueNet also helped optimize aid distribution, making sure that supplies got to the people who needed them most, quickly and efficiently.
Right. It's a powerful example of how AI can amplify our ability to respond to crises with speed and compassion, ultimately saving lives and easing suffering.
It's heartwarming to see technology being such a force for good, especially in times of crisis. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about education. We all know how crucial education is, especially for children in underprivileged communities.
Yeah.
And that's where LearnSphere comes in, an AI-powered learning platform that's tackling educational inequality head-on.
One of the things that really impressed me about LearnSphere is its adaptability. It personalizes the learning experience for each child, adjusting the pace and complexity of the lessons based on their needs and progress. This is especially valuable for children who may not have had access to quality education in the past.
That personalized approach is such a game changer. It's like having a personal tutor for every child, ensuring they're getting the support they need to succeed. And what's even more amazing is that LearnSphere offers lessons in multiple languages, breaking down those language barriers. That can often prevent children from accessing education.
Exactly. It opens up a world of possibilities for children who might not have had access to educational resources in their native language. They've even incorporated a feature that connects kids with volunteers around the world for language practice and cultural exchange.
I love that. It's not just about learning facts and figures. It's about fostering a sense of global citizenship and connection.
It really highlights how AI can be used to create a more inclusive and equitable learning environment for all children, regardless of their background or circumstances.
It's truly inspiring to see how AI is empowering children around the world with the gift of education. We've talked about physical well-being and education, but what about mental health? For many people, mental health is a deeply personal and often challenging journey, and sometimes taking that first step towards seeking help can feel overwhelming. That's where Mindease comes in.
Mindease is an incredible example of how AI can provide a safe and accessible space for individuals to explore their mental health. It's an AI-powered chatbot designed to offer support and guidance to those who might not have immediate access to therapists or who face barriers to seeking help.
You can reach out to Mindease anytime, anywhere, and it's there to listen without judgment. It offers coping strategies, relaxation techniques, and even resources tailored to your specific needs.
It's like having a compassionate friend available 24/7, ready to listen and offer support when you need it most. And for people who might feel hesitant about sharing their struggles with another person, the anonymity of a chatbot can be a real comfort.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that. It can feel a lot less intimidating to open up to a chatbot,
Yeah.
especially when you're still trying to process your feelings.
Exactly. And while Mindease is not a substitute for professional therapy, it can serve as a valuable first step, offering support and encouragement. While connecting people with resources and information, that can help them on their mental health journey.
It's incredible how AI can provide that sense of connection and support when it's needed most. We've seen AI stepping up as a first responder in times of crisis, empowering children with education, and offering a listening ear to those struggling with mental health challenges.
It really paints a hopeful picture of how AI can be a powerful force for good in the world, amplifying our capacity for kindness and compassion.
Absolutely. And as we delve deeper into the world of AI for good, it's important to remember that while these technological advancements are exciting, we need to consider the bigger picture as well.
That's right. The ethical implications of AI are becoming increasingly important as these technologies become more integrated into our lives.
Exactly. And that's what we're going to explore next. Stay with us as we dive into the ethical considerations surrounding AI for good, and how we can ensure that these powerful tools are used responsibly and ethically to create a better world for everyone.
As AI becomes more and more a part of our lives, it's really important to think about the ethical side of things.
Yeah, it's like we have these amazing tools, but we need to use them carefully.
Exactly. Take RescueNet, for example. It needs access to tons of data, like personal info from social media, even smart devices.
Yeah.
And while this data is crucial in emergencies, it does raise some questions about privacy and security.
That's a good point. It's amazing that it can analyze social media to help people, but it does make you think about privacy. Where do we draw the line?
That's something researchers are working on all the time. They're really focusing on designing AI systems with privacy in mind, using things like data anonymization and differential privacy to protect sensitive info while still letting the system work.
So it's not just about getting as much data as possible, it's about being smart and responsible with it.
Exactly. And this is true for all the AI systems we've talked about, like LearnSphere, for example. It collects data on each child's learning to tailor the experience. But it's super important to make sure this information is used ethically and responsibly.
We have to be aware of the potential downsides.
Absolutely. We need to make sure these systems are fair, equitable, and promote well-being. It takes collaboration between developers, policymakers, and the community.
It sounds like people are aware of these challenges and are committed to finding solutions.
It is a collaborative effort, and as AI evolves, so will our understanding of its ethical implications. It's a journey, and we need to constantly adapt and refine our approach.
Speaking of learning, let's go back to Mindies for a second. This AI chatbot is doing great work supporting mental health, but it also brings up some interesting questions about the role of tech in such a sensitive area.
One of the key things with Mindies is making sure it doesn't replace human care. It can provide support, but it's important for users to understand its limits and know when to seek professional help.
So it's like a bridge to resources and support, not a replacement for a human therapist.
Exactly. It's finding the right balance
We
between using AI and maintaining human connection.
Even with all the advancements, the human element is still key. These systems are powerful, but it's up to us to use them in a way that benefits everyone. Yeah, it's fascinating how we can make sure these systems align with our values. We're talking about really powerful tools that can have a huge impact on people's lives. So we need to be thoughtful about how we use them.
One of the encouraging things I'm seeing is this focus on transparency and explainability. So instead of just accepting AI's decisions, researchers are working to make AI systems that can explain their reasoning.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, so it makes the decision-making process more understandable to us humans.
So it's like we can peek behind the curtain and see how the AI is making its decisions.
Exactly.
This seems like a big step towards building trust.
Absolutely. When we understand how AI is making decisions, we can better assess its fairness, see if there's any bias, and make changes if needed.
It also gives users more confidence.
Right. It's not about blindly trusting the AI, but using it to help us make better decisions.
Which brings us back to human oversight.
Yeah.
Even as AI gets more advanced, it's so important that humans stay involved, providing guidance and making sure these systems are used ethically.
I completely agree. AI should be a tool to help us solve problems, but we need to make sure it's heading in the right direction.
It's like a partnership. Humans and AI working together. And we've seen some amazing examples of that today in disaster relief, education, and mental health support.
It shows the potential of AI to make the world a better place, more compassionate and equitable. But we have to approach it responsibly, always thinking about the ethical implications.
Well, this has been an incredible journey, exploring how AI is making a positive difference in the world.
It's a good reminder that AI can be used for good. It's a really exciting field with so much potential, and we all have a role to play in shaping its future.
We hope this deep dive has inspired you to see the possibilities of AI for good. It's a powerful reminder that technology, when used with purpose, can truly make the world a kinder and more supportive place. Thanks for joining us